Hey everyone, and welcome back to our career mode Road to Glory with FC Schalke. This is episode 7 of season 2, and we'll start off here just kind of showing the league table and where we are at. We're in 6th right now, but we do have one less game played and really are only 3 points or 1 win away from being in a top 3 position, which is pretty good. But we will start off in the first game, and we'll go against Borussia Gladbach, and we'll start off, get things going in the 32nd minute, and we'll get a nice pass into Hoger, who's actually scored a couple really nice goals for us here in the last couple episodes. But that'll give us a pretty good start to the game in the 33rd minute. And you can see here, that was a pretty nice pass in from Farfan. Not a lot of room for Hoger there, but a pretty nice shot on his part. So, but we will get into the next part of the game in the 37th minute, and kind of a silly penalty there for Fuchs sliding in. I really thought I could get more of the ball, but you can see there, he kind of switched it off to his other foot. So we did have to face a penalty kick, and Courtois just stands in the middle, and he's able to save that one. So pretty fortunate to get away with that. And you can see the halftime stats. There's not a whole lot going on offensively, and it was even worse in the second half offensively for both teams. Actually, not a lot of opportunities at all. But in the end, we do get out of the game with a 1-0 victory and the 3 points, which is always important for us. And again, I'd mentioned the last episode, I may kind of switch the formation around a little bit more. I'll just keep moving around until I find the perfect combination for these guys. It's been tough to kind of get going with this team offensively. So moving into the next game, it is a Champions League game against Manchester City. And in this game, just looking at some of the energy levels, not too low, obviously, but I don't like to mess around too much, especially in the Champions League. It's nice to be in the Champions League, but my main concern right now is the Bundesliga. So I'm always going to make sure that my players are fully rested for the Bundesliga games, and then we'll try to sub in some of these other guys for the Champions League games. But you can see it kind of made some changes. Put Shalai in for Son, and we'll kind of move some guys around. I'll put Menga in for Farfan. Tchaikovsky, we'll put him in for Griezmann. So, it just depends really on who I'm playing and what I want to do as far as subs. With Menga, I've really enjoyed watching him in the past few games since his signing. Not a lot of money that would pay for him. He is young. He's only 68 rated, but I'm pretty sure with the way he plays, he will start to move forward and move up with his rating. So hopefully we can keep going with that. But we will jump into the game against Manchester City, and obviously a pretty strong side there from the BPL, and we'll just have to see what we can do. And really nothing in the first half again offensively, but you can see here on the second half we'll get to start with the kickoff, and we'll do a couple nice little moves here with Malapa, and then he'll pop it up to Draxler, and there is the 5-star weak foot. That is why we love Draxler. He's so good with the weak foot, 5-star, and he also has the 4-star skills, but he has great shooting ability, great finishing in and around the box, and that's just a great pass in there from Malapa as well. So a pretty good combination for us to give us an early lead. And then here in the 73rd minute, Manchester City with a free kick. They'll send it in. I tried to clear it out once, not good enough. Tried to clear it out twice, not good enough. And then that's just a heck of a shot right there. I mean, it's a pretty nice volley from Manchester City to square it up at 1 apiece. And then here on just an awful turnover in the 81st minute, and Man City will get that up there, and the newly signed for them, Karim Benzema, takes the shot. He's unable to finish, and it looked like I think Aguero was able to knock that one into the net. So a couple late goals, just 6 or 7 minutes apart, and we go from 1-0 up to losing that game 2-1. But overall, not that disappointing with some of the subs in there. I really felt like we played fairly well and actually deserved to at least get out of the game with a draw, but a couple unlucky bounces there on the free kick for one, and that kind of put us into a bad position. So, in the end, we're not able to get out of there with any points. So as far as the Champions League is concerned, we're not looking that great right now, but we'll just have to continue to press on and see what else we can do. I think we have 1 or 2 more games in the the group stage part of it. So we'll have to see how we do. But we'll jump into the third game, and it's against FC Augsburg in the Bundesliga. So obviously an important game for us. As I mentioned before, these are the games that I really want to concentrate on. So we will go ahead and put in our main guys again, put Farfan back in. We'll get Griezmann back in. We'll get Heung-min Son back in. And hopefully we can have a little bit better result in this game than we did last game. Although, like I said, I mean, the subs are not playing poorly. Right now, I attribute it more to me. I'm just not able to create the chances right now. So but we'll start off here with Augsburg in the 28th minute, and they'll get a free kick again. And this time we probably get a little fortunate there, but Courtois is able to knock that one out of there. And then we'll move into the 37th minute. Heung-min Son with a nice little chip through ball into Jefferson Farfan, and he puts in a near post rocket. Farfan's actually been doing pretty well for us, and it's kind of a nice 1-2 punch I have over there with Farfan and Mango right now, and they're both producing. So it's going to be interesting to see what we continue to do with those two guys as far as rotation. So we'll just have to wait and see. But that'll take us in the half. But there you see our offensive struggles continue. The struggle is real with one shot there in the first half. But here in the second half again, right off a kickoff, we seem to do pretty well from the second half kickoffs. But we'll get a nice pass in to Heung-min Son, and he's got a nice opportunity to try the finesse shot there. Maybe probably should have tried just a straight hard shot, but that one was saved by the keeper. So we'll move into the 63rd minute, and there is Farfan again, and look at that chip shot. That was just a great shot right there from Farfan, and he had started it off with the pass there in the middle of the pitch, and just a 1-2 pass with Hoger, I believe. And Hoger saw him on the run, made a nice pass in, and that's just a tremendous chip shot there from Farfan. I went and looked at that a couple times. Look at just a little short hop, and he's able to just pop it up over the keeper, and a very nice goal from Farfan. But again, it's kind of been on a hot streak for us, but that'll give us a 2-0 lead, which is good because here in the 76th minute, Augsburg is able to get one in on a cross and head that in to cut it to 2-1. But that was too late in the game for them, and we were able to hold on for the 2-1 victory. And again, in the Bundesliga, that is an important 3 points for us. A little bit better there in the second half with 6 shots total, 4 on target. Remember, in the first half, we only had 1 and 1, so a little bit better job as far as creation in the second half. Our pass accuracy is fine. Our possession is usually pretty well above 50%, and that game was only 51%, but for the most part, we've been doing pretty well with possession and our pass accuracy. It's just the creation. I'm just not. The guys don't seem to be going on enough runs, especially if I'm not sending them on a 1-2, they really don't seem to be doing much. So, but just looking ahead, our next match is going to be in the Dutra Pokal tournament, and I believe it's the first game of that tournament for us. So. It's going to be interesting. I know last year we made it in season 1. We made it to I believe the quarterfinals in that. So we'll take a look and kind of see what we need to do with that. A couple player emails there. Hildebrand, who was a big part of our season last year, is unhappy. He hasn't been playing. I probably do need to sub him in a little bit more, but we'll just have to wait and see. And then we also had Eddie Johnson was hurt for the United States national team. So just a couple administrative things that I will need to deal with. There is the table. We'll take a look at that, and then we'll kick off in the next game in the tournament. Talk to you later. And I've won this a few times, so this is just another team that I wanted to go in and try to win with. And I would show you the other games, but they all ended up being rage quits: 5-1, 3-0, and 4-1. So not much to show you in those games. So I just wanted to kind of show you something on the final game.